Well, Texas Congressman Ron Paul doesn't much care. He says, stop this ridiculous foreign aid now. He joins me right now. Congressman, they're worried over there. Should they be?
I guess they should be, but, you know, I'm against foreign aid altogether for everybody, so it's not very difficult for me to support it. You know, the one provision I saw was, well, explain to us whether or not you knew he was there and, you know, defend yourself. If you don't, we're going to take away your foreign aid. You know, that sort of suggests to me that we bully people, that we say, if you do exactly as we tell you, we give you your money. So I like to take the more principled approach and say we shouldn't steal money from the American taxpayer and give it to dictators around the world, which we do, you know, whether it's Turkey or wherever, Egypt, and many of these places. So I would say that, yes, we should take away their foreign aid. But, you know, if I had to predict, I'm not sure they're going to do that. There's a lot of talk about that, but there'll be a lot of arguments to keep it because it'll disturb our relations with
no, you're
Pakistan.
right about that. We're already hearing it today, Congressman, this talk that China might step into this vacuum, and if we turn our back on them, China will be more than happy to lend them yuan or whatever. What do you think of the fact that Pakistan might even be playing that Beijing card?
Well, it's possible, you know. They've been known to be pretty good traders, so no, that's always a possibility. I mean, they act in their own self-interest. You know, everybody does. Countries do, individuals do, and if they think it's in their self-interest to play one against the other. Besides, you know, China has more money in the bank than we do.
They actually have money. Actually, you're right. They have money. You're right about that.
They have $3 trillion and a trillion of ours, so maybe they think it's a good time to unload on dollars.
They have a lot to spread around. But I do want to get back to your original point, and it was a good one because you've raised it before, post-Tunisia and Egypt and all these uprisings, what we get for all of this money and supposed influence, very little. But in the case of what's happening in Pakistan, Congressman, I'm wondering if it was faulted to begin with. If you're saying you're paying all this money because we are united in finding, let's say, Osama bin Laden, what is possibly within their interest to find the guy? Because then the gravy train would stop once they do, right?
Yeah, I guess that's it. Somebody said we always have to have an enemy out there. But, you know, it doesn't look like he was very well protected either. I mean, 4 people in a hole in the wall, and, you know, they went in. It wasn't much of a firefight. It reminded me, actually, of capturing, you know, the Iraqi
Saddam Hussein
dictator. Saddam,
right.
capturing Saddam. Right. He was in a hole, and this was a hole in the wall that they captured him, and, you know, a few people. It was a rather amazing conclusion to all this.
Yeah, at least this guy was above ground before he was underwater. Yeah. But I'm wondering, though, about the bigger picture of foreign aid. You're right, Congressman. We always do make a big stink about, oh, we're never going to do this again. We're never going to do this again. And I think what happens is we get very concerned. I mentioned the China card before, and we say, oh, no, we don't want that to happen. We don't want that. And then we open the wallet all over again, and we never learn. So the momentary freeze or even pause, and it's more psychological than anything else, it never results in less foreign aid, only more.
No, it will end, though. It'll end when we no longer have dollars that people trust and we can't pass them out. And I think we're approaching that pretty soon. But that also is a challenge to our military presence around the world. So I argue that foreign aid is taking money from poor people in a rich country and giving it to rich people in a poor country, because I don't think it really helps the people over there. I mean, and I think that in so many instances, the dictator ends up with the money. Certainly in Egypt, the people didn't get help, and there were billions of dollars sent over there. But, you know, rich people here, Wall Street doesn't suffer when we pass out foreign aid. Matter of fact, a lot of them like it because they figure they're going to be forced to spend some of that money back on some company that sells stuff to these dictators. But the little people suffer because they suffer the consequence of inflation and weak economy. So
you're right.
Really
it's a very incestuous relationship. That is for sure. Congressman, it's always great having you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil.
By the way, Ron Paul will be among the 5 potential GOP presidential candidates taking part in the first Republican presidential debate tomorrow. That's going to be hosted by Fox. It kicks off at 9 Eastern Time in Greenville, South Carolina. Hope you can join us.